Hello and welcome to the K and J Anime Show. How we feeling today, Johnny?
Feeling good.
We're feeling good. Oh, I'm sorry. First of all, my name is Cav. I'm here with my co-host
Johnny
from the block. Yes, you heard him from himself. And today we're going to be discussing the top 5 anime recommendations to get people into anime. Now I know it's always like this stigma about like how anime is like a kid's thing. It's a cartoon.
it's too weird.
It's too weird. Like it's always these. Now I feel like it's getting more like popular now. Like it's getting more mainstream.
trendy.
Yeah, it's trendy now. Like it's cool to like anime now. But like back when I was in middle school and stuff like that, it was like, oh, you like anime? Like you was like a nerd. I mean, you still are a nerd, but it's a weeb type, whatever. But now it's like more widely accepted. So, like my roommate, he had an ideology like, oh yeah, anime's for nerds, like da da da. And I showed him some anime. He was like, this is actually pretty fire. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, hey, you ready? Let's get right into it.
Let's go.
All right, so we both have our own top 5 that we're going to explain. So, Johnny, why don't you start it off? Start it off right.
So there's a lot of people that are into sports. For sports, sports anime. The ones that I've watched are Blue Lock. I haven't finished it yet, and Haikyuu, which I've watched.
Both fantastic shows.
Yep.
Fantastic shows.
And it gets really intense. There's a lot of like humor, comic relief type stuff like that. And I don't play sports very much at all, but it's still intriguing to me.
Facts, yeah. Even like that's the beautiful thing about anime. Like even if you're not into a certain thing, like sports or like romantic comedies or whatever, like it's like I don't know, that medium. It kind of like brings it more to like life types. So I see what you're saying. So if it was someone like me who didn't like anime, like a sports fanatic, it's like, oh my god, anime's for nerds. Oh my god, you'd be like, look, watch some Haikyuu, then come back to me, see what you think. You feel me? So, okay, I like that. I'm going to do the same thing. So, I'm going to go off of you. So, you're going to name a genre. You name your recommendation for that. 5 genres, and I'll go mine. So, my sports recommendation is Hajime no Ippo. Are you familiar with Hajime no Ippo?
I've heard a lot about it.
Okay. For those who don't know, Hajime no Ippo is a boxing anime. It is an old, kind of like a older show, but it's still very like great. Like I got a bunch of Hajime like shirts and stuff. It's one of my favorite sports anime besides another one. It's called Kuroko no Basket. Have you seen that one?
I've heard about
that.
Yeah,
Kuroko no Basket is a great sports anime show. Hajime no Ippo, like I said, is a boxing anime. It's about this boy who's in high school who's always getting bullied. He never, like, people taking his lunch, like he doesn't fight back. Like he's a timid, nice kid. And then all of a sudden he gets saved one day by a boxer. And he's like, yeah, I want to be strong like him for real. Like he don't get his ass whooped. I get mine whooped. I'm trying to get like him. So basically he follows him like, he tells him he wants to be a boxer. And the dude's like, listen, if you can he had to like punch a tree and grab 10 leaves as fast as he could. And if he could do that, then he'll give him a shot to be in the boxing gym. And it took him like a bunch of tries and months, whatever. Not months, it took him a week. He had to do it under a week. And he did it, and he got in the gym, and like it just goes from there. It's a great show about perseverance. I'm sorry, it's like the groundwork for like never give up, determination, that type of stuff. So it's great. It's a great show though. Kuroko no Basket, basketball anime. That is the first. No, I'm lying. It was Haikyuu. That was the second sports anime I ever watched, and I had low expectations because I'm like, okay, basketball. Like, okay, boring. All right, anime, basketball. Like, what are they gonna do with this, right? Wrong. It's like each one had like a superpower, like a X Factor, basketball move. Like one could shoot, one can dribble. Like it's just a great show, man. It's a great action pack. Like it makes basketball like, yo, are we watching basketball? We watching Dragon Ball Z. Like they got kamehas, like dunks. Like it's crazy work. I'm not even gonna lie. Like it's awesome. So what else? What other genres we got?
As far as like psychological and like kind of like a serious tone, I think we have like the same pick.
Yeah.
But Erase and Death Note.
Oh yeah.
I especially love Death Note. That's one of my favorites.
Death Note is a classic. Yeah. Like I seen that one like probably beginning of high school, maybe sophomore year of high school, and that was a classic for me. That was like I don't know. I can't. Erase was also really good for being in it because usually it's on Netflix for those who want to. I think both are on Netflix.
I think so. Yeah.
You know, Netflix sponsors. But Race is like a cool 12 episode show, so Death Note is a little bit longer. But yeah, I personally like Death Note more. Basically, I'll explain Death Note. Death Note is basically about this dude in high school who has issues, mental issues, and he's like has a power complex, and he gets this book that suddenly drops from the sky that whoever name he writes in the book, like they die, like you know, feel me, like yeah, you know what I'm saying, and it's like he can write the cause of the death and like some other crazy stuff.
And like the time.
Yeah, the time. And a bunch of crazy stuff happens. They're trying to find who it is.
He has to know their real like birth given name.
Yeah, right? Exactly. Yeah. That's the trick. He has to know their real name and stuff. And like the super detective L. No. Light. No, L. L, right. Yeah. So
he's the best part of the show.
Yeah, so it's like a Tom and Jerry cat and mouse find me show.